How Pamela Anderson made herself the hero of her own story, and of the Last Showgirl Kelvin Washington. Welcome back to The Envelope. I'm Kelvin Washington. Happy to be here with you alongside Mark Olson and Yvonne Villarreal. Another week of some great films, some great folks who are participants in these films. We'll go to you, Yvonne. Let's start with Pamela Anderson and The Last Showgirl. Yvonne Villarreal. So this film is set against the backdrop of Sin City, and Pamela plays Shelly, this veteran showgirl who is sort of at this crossroads in her life when this Vegas show that she's appeared in for years is coming to an end. So she has to sort of figure out what comes next for her. The film is directed by Gia Coppola, and it really sort of marks a reframing for Pamela beyond her sort of sex symbol status. You know, she's able to tackle serious subject matter and she gives a really tender performance in this film. Washington, looking forward to seeing her. As you mentioned, it's kind of a different role. I mean, it starts off, as you mentioned, just the profession of the character, but I'm sure there's many more layers to this and her role and character in this. Alright, Mark, going to you with John Magaro, September 5th, not 5th, 5. The movie's directed by Tim Fellbaum, who's a Swiss filmmaker. He's made a few other movies, but this is really by far the one that's garnered the most attention here in the United States. And John is kind of a journeyman actor. Actually, funny enough, was an extra in the movie Munich, which also was about the Olympic hostage crisis. And so how far he has come from that role to this one, it's just a really exciting journey. Villarreal. I think it makes sense to you that we're pairing these together because I feel like news is at this crossroads, this existential moment. So they're going to vibe off each other. I feel like Washington, this is a great point. I had a chance to talk to Peter Sarsgaard, also in September 5th, and he echoes that. Just the way we go about what we see on social media, what's being put out there, how do we balance that? Have we gone too far? Should we show more or less? Really interesting conversation, but let's start off with you, Yvonne and Pamela Anderson in The Last Showgirl.